A new group at Concordia College is partnering women together to boost success, and Bree Langamo is joining me today. Words. She's joining me today. She's from Concordia's entrepreneurship program. Welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
I will say, to kind of start this off, I had the opportunity when I was in college, and I was a business student, and we did have a mentorship opportunity, and I felt like that was very, very formative for me.
Yeah.
So being able to put mentors with students, I think, is great. Can you tell us a little bit more about the program?
Yes, absolutely. So this fall, we are starting a new Women in Business cohort for incoming freshmen, and it'll consist of one-on-one mentoring opportunities, networking, and real-world experiences for female students.
I think that's fantastic. Like I said, it is very formative, especially when you're a freshman in college. You're a little bit unsteady still. It's a new experience, and being able to be partnered with somebody that can kind of walk you through that, I think, is huge. How has it worked so far for the students that have been in the program?
So we have a Women in Business Club, and that has been amazing for our students, but this is new for freshmen specifically. And so it's the first time we're recruiting up to 20 students to participate in this cohort. We have some other cohorts also in environmental sustainability and leadership and STEM, but this cohort is for female students at the Offutt School of Business.
That's fantastic. And we talked yesterday about how valuable it is, to help women kind of to move forward in their success. There may be a gender pay gap, or it may be industries where women are not necessarily dominating, like you had mentioned, where it helps them to partner with somebody who's been there, who knows how to kind of maneuver their way through it. So if somebody's interested in this and they want to apply, how can they do that?
They can go to www.concordiacollege.edu/cohorts, and they can apply there for the incoming class.
Is there a deadline for the application?
It's March 31st.
Okay, so we're getting pretty close to that deadline. I'm curious, what does the program look like? If you're a mentor or a mentee, what kind of things are you working on together?
So just looking at the challenges and opportunities in the modern workplace, of which there are many still that we're seeing. We had a kind of gender inequity really exacerbated by the pandemic when we saw 64 million women globally leave the workforce. We just had Equal Pay Day yesterday, and women are still making 83 cents to the dollar. And we're just seeing a lot of challenges for females, specifically in business leadership roles, that we need to tackle at the start of business school.
I can't speak for all of the other women out there. I can only speak from my own experience, which is that there have been times in my career where I've wanted to advance, I felt ready to advance, but I was having a child, or I had to make sure that my schedule was steady so that I could, pick children up from daycare, whatever it may be. But there have been times where I'm like, right now, I need to put my family first. And there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. But that can be one of the reasons that we don't advance as quickly, or maybe we don't get to achieve some of those goals that we'd like to because we have different priorities. Is that something that you've been seeing?
Yes, I think specifically with the pandemic, we've seen the invisible work of childcare and household management really come to light. Daycare is more of an issue than ever right now, and we found that 41% of women won't talk to their bosses about childcare management at home. And so that's a major issue that's still, it's come to light with the pandemic, but women are kind of still hiding that as a challenge in the workplace.
Yeah, and for the individual perspective of the mentorship, it's probably very helpful, I would imagine, too, for the students to just be able to talk to the mentors about, what they're experiencing, questions they have, like, how did you do this? How can I do this? I would imagine that's part of it, right?
Absolutely. I think female students need to see women who've achieved goals that they have, and so it's really important that they have that female role model. And young female students won't often ask for mentors. It's really hard to ask, so we're being very intentional. We've seen in law schools and medical schools that we've achieved that 50% enrollment with females, but we haven't seen that in business school yet. And so this program is really kind of specifically targeting female recruitment in the Offutt School of Business. Even at Concordia College, we have the majority of our students as a whole are female, but not at the Offutt School. And so we're being very intentional with this effort.
Well, if it's something that you're interested in, you want to find more information, reach out to Bree. And you can use that email address too if you want to get in touch with her. The phone number, just ask for Bree Langamo. And then also concordiacollege.edu, there is a spot on the website where you can find this program. So make sure you get out there, ask some questions, especially if you know someone that's about to go into college, especially if they're going to Concordia, reach out and make those connections. And stay with us. We have more North Dakota Today coming up right after the break.